Stuff. Yeah, let's hear your
Forget
question.
it. We got to
Let's hear
get.
your question.
It's kind of a bizarre one. I hope I phrase this in the sense that makes sense.
Okay.
All right, Dr. Wecht, do you believe it is possible for the brain to become more intelligent, i.e., smarter? I mean, in a scientific, biochemical manner, and not by one increasing their intelligence through study. Example: someone born with an IQ of 60, is it chemically possible, or whichever scientific way, for someone to become more intelligent and raising their IQ, or having the ability to raise their IQ to, say, for example, 133?
That's a fascinating question.
Thank you.
I don't have the answer. Let me make this observation. As a person studies and learns how to acquire more knowledge and puts in a great deal of time and effort and moves to an ever higher level, is that increased knowledge and the rise in the IQ level, are they attributable solely to that kind of diligent, tenacious effort, or do those efforts stimulate biochemical markers in the brain and thereby lead to some increase? I think it's a fascinating question. One of my sons is a neurosurgeon, and I'm going to ask him that this evening.
Rick, you have done so much, you have such a body of work, both on the local and the national. How does Rick have time for Rick?
There is no time for Rick.
There is no time for Rick.
But you know what? I know that I have such a wonderful job.
Yeah.
That, you know, I get such pleasure out of my job.
Right.
That that's okay. You know, I know that there are a million people that would love to be doing what I get to do, and so I'm really happy with my work, and
right.
I love my work.
Well, you know, I was looking on Wikipedia, which you have apparently have a following, and a lot of stuff about a little bit about SAG for South Carolina's ETV, and what is ETV?
Right, ETV stands for Educational Television.
Okay.
And that's what they call the PBS stations in South Carolina. They're a network of stations, and they call it SCETV for Educational Television. And I started to work there as an intern when I was in college. I worked with Josie Carey, who used
a very distinguished, prominent man that has integrity, expertise, and quite honestly is probably the greatest asset that we have in Pittsburgh.
From downtown Pittsburgh Video Tech. I go there, and then they just plug me in. So Larry King last night, the CBS morning show this morning, and here with Al and Linnell and Annette tonight. You know, all the big shots.